Hey, so do you reckon you're smarter than a year 8 student? Of course you are, of course you are. Why would you not be? So, what I want you to do, don't cheat, pause this video, give these 5 questions a go, don't use a calculator, time yourself, I want to see how long it takes you to do it, and type in your answer and also how long it took you to do this in the comment section. And it doesn't matter if you get them wrong, if you get them right, it's all a bit of fun. And we're going to go through these so you're going to learn something and have some fun. So pause the video now. Cool, cool. Welcome back. Hopefully you've all had a bit of a go. So let's check what you got and how many you got correct. So what is 25% of 80? So this one's nice. So we know 100% is 80. So what I like to do in this case is quickly just work out what 50% would be, which would just be half of 80, so that's 40, and 25% would just be half of that. So for the first one, 25% of 80 is just 20. A lot of you probably could just do this straight away in your head, but I like to write it out as well, because if the numbers are not so easy, you could see the method. But well done if you got that correct. I'm pretty sure most of you did, so good work. Okay, question 2. 30 is what percent of 120? A bit trickier. So what we need to do is you put 30 over 120 multiplied by 100. So that's how we work out percentage. You do the value over the total multiplied by 100. Okay, we can do a bit of cancelling here. Who doesn't love cancelling? So that 0 cancels with that 0. So we've got 3 on 12 times 100. Let's just write that out over here. 3 on 12 times 100. And 3 on 12 can be simplified because 3 goes into both of them. So 1 on 4. And basically then you just do numerator times numerator, which is 100, denominator times denominator, 4 times 1, which is 4. And 100 divided by 4 is 25%. So the answer for question 2 is 25%. Hopefully you got both of them correct and we're on 2 out of 2. If not, hopefully you've seen how to do that and you feel good. Okay, question 3 gets a bit trickier here. So I do forgive you if you get this one. If you got a bit stuck with this one, it just takes a bit of time to get used to. So I'm happy if you gave this a go. Let's go through it. So 40% of what number is 28? So basically what we need to work out is 28 divided by 40%. So 40% as a decimal is 0.4. Okay, so this is a bit divided by decimals. We don't like that. So what we can do is make that decimal a whole number by moving that decimal point that way. Can we really do that? We can. We do that just by multiplying by 10. Whatever you do to the denominator, as long as you do to the numerator, the fraction holds true. So my numerator is just 280 and my denominator is 4. A lot of you could probably do this in your head, or we could just write it out like this. And 4 goes into 28 7 times, 4 goes into 0, 0. So 40% of 28 is 70 for that one. So well done if you got that correct. That was a bit trickier. So good work if you got that. If not, hopefully you understood what was going on there. Okay, who doesn't like a sale? Everybody loves a sale. So there's a t-shirt, it costs $40 and it's reduced by 25%. Okay, what's the new price? Very, very fun to do. So we just need to work out what 25% of 40 is. So remember 100% is 40. That means 50% would be half of that, which is $20. And therefore 25% would be half of that, which is $10. That's how much you save. So how much you pay is going to be 40. Take your 10. Because remember, the question actually doesn't just ask what do you save? It's what will you pay? What is the new price? So you have to be really careful and make sure you actually answer the question. So you would pay $30, $30. What a bargain. Okay, finally, increase 200 by 15%. So let's work out what 15% is. So 100% is 200. So that would mean 10%, you just knock off a 0, is 20. 5% would be half of that, which is 10. Therefore, 15% is just those two added together. So that would be 30. So that's what 15% is, and we need to increase 200 by that. So we should get 230. So I want to know, were you smarter than a year 8 student? If not, you are now because you watched this. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you had a bit of fun and you learned some maths. See you next time. Bye bye.